So we're going to set the record straight today because we got Pan and we're at SEMA 2024, Las Vegas.
That's right. But I see you both wearing some shades now. I kind of feel, I don't know, I'm not part of the crew. Let me gear up. And now let's do this seriously, right? So,
now we're ready.
Joel,
now we're ready.
Nice to meet you in person, boys. Sal,
my man.
What's up?
Money making Pan.
No, you got to stop that.
Money making Pan.
So, you guys want to set some records straight, it seems.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
So we're talking about Pan. We're talking about Pan as a person, not the personality.
Okay.
We met Pan for the first time yesterday.
Yes. Epic moment.
Here's one thing that people don't quite understand. People on YouTube or on any type of social media, sometimes things are scripted and they may come off robotic, unnatural, but it kind of has to be that way when you're being objective about things. And with Pan and his channel, there's a lot of things where it has to be objective because you're giving specs, you're giving information, you're being informative, you're trying to be as neutral as possible with things. But this whole, man, you got the industry shook. You got the industry shook, man.
Got the internet going nuts.
Internet's going, it's just wild.
I don't know about that.
It's wild. No, it's wild. So first of all, we want to say thank you for taking this time.
Hey, my pleasure.
And it means a lot to us. But we want to showcase you as Pan because just us being here for a short amount of time yesterday, we're seeing a ridiculous amount of love. Like that and it's weird because inside the industry, what we're seeing on the internet is completely different than what's happening in real life.
For sure. There's, well, first of all, if we're putting this on both of our channels, for my viewers, if you haven't met Sal and Joel, they're the Details Official YouTube channel. If you want to have some entertainment, I think they make me look so boring. They're so good. So thanks also for having me for this. But no, you're right. There's a perception, I think, sometimes on social media when you watch videos, when you watch content creators. So some have a persona. I think you guys have seen that what I portray on video, I'm the same person in real life. I don't turn the switch on to have this character, and the viewers who have come over, they see that you're the same person. Yes. I like to be genuine. I'm just a passionate guy about detailing, and for me, it's just about sharing that with an audience. But yeah, you guys are right. Sometimes I think there's a lot of toxicity or negativity. It's how do you navigate through all that? Even after 8.5 years on YouTube, I still don't know how to deal with that, right?
Yeah.
It's every time people say, well, you're experienced, you have a thick skin, don't worry about it. Well, at the end of the day, we're still human.
Yeah.
And I think being in person and being able to meet the people that are actually there, who care, who want to meet you, who want to talk to you, who are interested clearly about either your products or have questions to ask, whether they're detailer professionals or like you guys, or if they're DIYers, it doesn't really matter. I think that human interaction when we can. I've been to a few shows in Chicago, in Paris, of course, SEMA shows. Now this is my third one. And it's just, you have to adapt to what's out there. You never know what's coming for you. There's, I think, people who, one thing I didn't know is starting my own brand, how there would be some people worried or scared sometimes, and you get some pushback. And from the viewer perspective, I guess there's also a scare of what's the future going to be?
Yeah.
What's the channel future going to be like? Is it only going to be clean by Pan products? We're still going to talk about other products. Some people are fearful of change sometimes from some brands. Sometimes also they might fear that, oh my God, here's some competition coming out, what's going to happen with so I think you're right there. You're touching on a point where there's things that are brewing, things that are changing, and we're trying to all adapt to this stuff, right?
And with all those things you said, I got a lot of questions on some of those topics.
These guys are going to grill me.
Well, here's guys, in business, it's hard enough to start anything from the ground up that you're passionate about and that you're putting your identity into. So with that being such a big challenge going forward for anybody, can you imagine it already being heavily in the media? So it's like, I'm just going to give an analogy. Like when Michael Jordan went from basketball to baseball. Yeah. He went from basketball to baseball. People had expectations. They didn't even see the man. We don't know how good he is at baseball.
No.
But they were like drilling this guy. Any opportunity they had, oh, Jordan dropped the ball. Oh, the highlights on on Sports Center would be of his mishaps and his
As if you wanted him
mistakes.
to fail, right?
Exactly.
He was
I feel
the
like
best basketball player in the world at that point.
Yeah.
Multiple championships.
top athlete. Like
He had no room for error.
no.
Yeah.
And all of that was
Okay.
discredited.
How about this?
Once-
Okay. Because we like to predict what the people are going to say.
Okay.
So you're saying Pan's Michael Jordan? He never was Michael Jordan.
Yeah. We ain't saying that. But if we want to talk numbers, let's talk numbers because we already know where Pan's at. So
A milli.
so if we're talking numbers,
my glasses on.
if we're trying to talk numbers and we're talking like YouTube following in the detailing space, yes, Pan's up there. He's one of the best doing it. So whether you like his channel or not, he's doing it. And that's one thing we always try to preach in all of our content is it doesn't matter what somebody is doing. They put the effort in to get to that place.
yeah.
So you got to give it up to them like just for that fact alone, because that's hard. So when we saw Pan getting all this pushback and Sal has a question too, because Sal didn't see the famous video.
Yes.
So Sal's like, what's going on with this? Like, why am I hearing things?
So we're talking about the 2024 Parking Selling Products Awards.
I don't know.
He doesn't know because
I don't know. Oh, this is what I know, and people are asking me DMs,
Yep.
emails, comments.
Yes.
They're saying
It's getting spicy.
why?
What did I get
If you're saying that, why did Pan take the video down? I'm not like I don't know what video is. I can't speak to that. I don't know. So what are they talking about when they say Pan took the video down?
So I had every year for the last, I think it was the 7th edition, I had my awards video picking my top 3 products of the year in every product category. So the best shampoo, the best ceramic coatings, the best rinse and wash, so on and so forth, right? And so 2024 was no different. I had to have my awards, and I had launched my brand as well. And when I launched my brand, one of the main points for me was to have all the knowledge that I had, all the contacts that I had with different chemists, different labs, to create a line of products that I was proud of. And I set out to have each and every one of my products, if they were to be with my name on them, I wanted them to be the best on the market. The best on the market for me, in my opinion, right? So all the products that I knew before were the top 3, top 4 in every category. Those were kind of my benchmarks to work on. And I gave my chemists the challenges of saying, well, these are my benchmarks, guys, and I want you guys to do this or more. I cannot put my name on something, come out with the 9th best soap or the 23rd best
Hell
rinse and
no.
wash. There's
Hell
so
no.
many good products out there.
Yeah.
And so when I launched the video, my products, and faithful to me because it's always been about my opinion in these awards, my products were number 1 in my opinion, and they took their first place in their categories.
They're his awards. Let's not get that twisted.
But what I noticed is, even though there was always going to be support from my core audience, and I thank them for them, there was also a pushback, and I understand that, from many people who were upset that the products, what I understood in the end was they were not available to the public when my video launched. And so there were no reviews yet. Nobody had tested them.
You got hit hard in that category of
Absolutely.
Like, we can't even agree because we haven't even
They
seen
haven't
it.
tested. So in hindsight, we should have waited a bit before, and I totally understand that. And so that pushback was, well, if nobody's talking about them, how do you know? My answer to that, though, was this is not something that was launched the day before and that we tested the day before. This is a full year of R&D, testing upon testing. Some products we had like 8, 9, 10 different iterations. I had Eddie Cologne, Jamie the Cleaner, as well as testers, professional detailers, grilling me and making sure that this is not good. This has to be better. Speaking with the chemist. So there was so much R&D and love. So in the end, it was not coming from a place of, oh, here's me trying to just act like my stuff is the best in the world. They were the best for me. Is it the best for everyone out there? I don't know. You have to test. You have to decide. Make up your own minds.
Make your own award show.
Make your own awards. But what I wanted to say basically is this was just a way for me this was coming from my heart. I put so much passion, time, energy, effort, R&D, discussing, and like late nights, calling people at 3 a.m., testing stuff in the garage till 4 or 5 a.m., FaceTiming, talking with the chemists. It just came from a place where I was so proud. It was only befitting to have my products included in there. And in retrospect, when that happened, I understood some viewers, let's be honest, that day. I know there's been exaggerations as well. Some people said, "Oh, Pan lost 20,000 subscribers on that day." The numbers are public. We didn't lose 20,000 subscribers. I was at 1,040,000 when we launched.
Oh, we knew where you were at. We
knew where you were at.
We know you
don't
there was no drop
those
off.
numbers like that.
There was no drop off.
Well, I lost 135 subscribers that day, so I checked the analytics, and that's what it is. So we still lost subscribers, but not 20,000, so 135, and that was because people were kind of frustrated that they weren't able to test them, and I get that. So instead of forcing it down people's throats, I pulled it back.
Numbers. This is good, Pan. This is what people need to hear because you're not running away from anything.
Nope.
They need to hear that because. Okay, we'll continue.
So that's it. So on the day of the launch of the videos, we were at 1,040,000 subscribers.
How much?
1,040,000. And now we're at 1,047,000, I think, as of today. So the channel is growing. It's fine. I'm thankful for my viewers. The core is always there. They understand you. But yes, that day, there were many people who were frustrated that they weren't able to test them. They weren't out there. So I pulled it back. I dropped the video that way and give it time for people to do the reviews. So there were a few people coming from different places that I had never seen before as well. You're getting pushback from, let's be honest, there are some haters out there in the sense of when we're getting constructive criticism, I'm all for it. If you can talk like a human being and discuss and interact, that's all good. But when you're coming in cussing, swearing, you've never tested the products, you don't know about them, but you have an opinion, all that kind of stuff, there is a line where we're human beings at the end of the day, and I don't think we deserve that level of hate. But there was still some. And so, okay, let's wait. They were saying initially, Pan is not going to sell a single bottle. We went 48 hours, completely sold out. Then they switched to, well, nobody's going to like the products when they test them. The first reviews came out, independent channels, all that kind of stuff, one after the other, positive. So we understood that these were actually top tier products. I wouldn't put my name and sacrifice a 1 million plus channel if I didn't have confidence that they were good. And this turned into, well, okay, they like them. So now the rhetoric was, well, we were expecting Pan to have good products, because why would he not put out good products?
Yeah.
So we went from he's the worst to, well, maybe they won't be that good, then they're actually good, and we knew they were going to be good. So it's dealing with all that. It's been a crazy ride. But when you're in with people, you're at the SEMA show, you meet with other content creators, you see the actual love that's out there. Sometimes as creators, we focus on the negativity, right? You have 1,000 good comments. What is the one that you remember? It's that negative one. So at the end of the day, what counts is I got the tremendous support. I'm out there. I listen to you guys. And I think in the future, I took this as a learning curve, right? I'm new to this in the sense of making my own products. So how do I adjust in the future? So one advice that I got from many, and I think is the right thing to do, is in the future, why not maybe have a People's Choice Awards? So let your viewers vote, and whether yours are included
That's
or
right
not,
up your alley.
They'll decide.
You could.
And I have like all these people following, they can decide what they feel is the best or something along those. So I'm going to rethink the awards video in the future. But yeah, I listen, I learn, I like to improve, and I'm not perfect by any means. And this is new, and I think you said it in your video, guys. It's like this is a blueprint of something that has never been done.
Yeah, it's a true case study in the industry, and that's why we find it so fascinating. And it seems like to me, hearing the story, like this was just like any other growing pain in any other business. Pan's, obviously he has to incorporate, he has content that he's creating, he has a brand, he has to incorporate that somehow, some way, otherwise he's not utilizing a huge resource of his audience. So again, like Pan said, in retrospect, would I have done it different? Yes.
Yeah.
But you don't know that until the mistake is made sometimes. And that's life. That's business.
Name me one person that's perfect out there that has never made a mistake. I want to meet him because
right here.
And I think people kind of looked at it as, oh, now he's running away from it. Oh, he took the video down. Oh, this and that. But like, I like the fact that he's sitting here telling you this, I made a mistake. I should have done it differently because this was obviously the backlash.
I should have waited.
I got two questions for you on that.
Yep.
I know you're getting a lot of heat because what you do, you test products and you give your professional opinion.
Yep.
People are saying out there, and some people that I respect, that you lost your credibility when taking that video down.
Okay.
Talk to them.
There's no, I can't tell for myself. You guys decide. But I think the fact that the audience is there is supportive. I did not lose 20,000 subscribers. I think they understand who I am and everything I've built, right? So 8.5 years of being on YouTube, I don't think you don't get to this point if people don't trust your opinion, if they don't trust the work that you do. I put out everything that I've done for people to watch since the beginning. I've always been truthful to myself. You look at the energy that I have from video number 1 in 2016 all the way to now. I know people sometimes laugh, but the organizer, I'm still the same guy. I'm still that same person. I still have the same passion. Nothing has changed. So even the awards, they were just my way of saying these are my personal picks. And even before I had my brand, the other awards before, there was always this interaction of some people didn't agree maybe with my top 3, and I'm fine with that, right? It's like what's good for me is not maybe good for you. What's good for you is maybe not good for me. I have even my content creator friends like, oh man, you got to try this. It's amazing. It's the best. And I tried it. It's not good at all. I won't even make a video on it. But I'm not going to go out there and knock them for their choice, because that's in their conditions, with their experience, their budget, what they prefer in a product. So everybody's free to have their own top 3. It should be fun. It shouldn't be something where it gets people so pumped up. At the end of the day, these are just detailing chemicals, guys. Even mine, although I'm so proud of them, these are just products we're supposed to have fun with. There are so many good brands in this day and age, and you guys know that, that they produce great products. Regardless what country you're in, you're always going to have brands that you can love and support the brands that do good things. Maybe you like their marketing, maybe you like their performance, maybe you like the people behind the brand, whatever it is. We're in a day and age now, whereas 10 years ago, there was nowhere near the quality or the ease of use of products that we have in today's world. So there's so much choice out there. Feel free to test, and that's what I like to do since the beginning. Even before my channel, 27 years now, I remember when I was 16 years old, I started detailing, going to my local auto parts store, just going down the aisles, and even then trying to figure out what was the best wax for my money. We didn't have a lot of money back. I was 16, and I just started out. So $8 for me was a tremendous amount. But I wanted to know from my hard-earned money that I was working hard to get as a student, what is the best wax, or what was the best tire dressing, whatever it may be. So I always had it in me to go out there and try to figure out, I just like figuring out what's the best. And that's not only in detailing, right? If you guys see my other videos, like
everything.
The shoes, the watches, I do research. Even if I buy a $20 item in a store that has nothing to do with detailing, I'm going to research the heck out of it. I want to know what the best is in what I'm trying to buy. That's just the nature of who I am. And I think at the end of the day, the majority of the audience gets it. But I also understand for some people, it might not be their cup of tea, but there's so many other content creators out there as well. There's many great channels now. And I think at the end of the day, we only want to bring awareness. Let's bring awareness to the detailing community. We're supposed to help lift it up and make it fun. How are some people trying to make it confrontational or toxic, or social media is super toxic as well. So we got to be careful. If there's some comments out there, it's just people trying to belittle you and bring you down. Imagine how miserable your life is when you have to take the time to write on a keyboard, Sal, on a Saturday night instead of having fun with your friends and family or going out. You're wasting your time typing away fake username, sometimes no profile pic. It's so easy feeling tough, giving these comments and backlash, and we don't even know who you are. You know who we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know who these people are, and what's the point behind it? So is your comment, I heard a guy say, is a comment made to be helpful or hurtful? If the answer is made to be hurtful, you got to rethink some things, I think, again in your life, because you're not going down the right path, in my opinion. I just try to work hard. I just try to do content that people are going to appreciate. I still, to this day, reply to every single comment of my viewers, so they're important to me. And I listen to feedback. I got to continue growing. I'll continue probably making mistakes in the future. I'm only human, and that's it, man. I'm just trying to do good stuff, right?
So speaking on the human part, this is, I think, I felt this more from, it seems like the people that follow you reached out to us, and they were hurt. Their feelings were hurt. They feel, in your response, you lashed out at them. Matter of fact, that was one of the questions they told me to ask Pan. Tell us why he lashed out at us.
Okay.
And I think we covered it.
Well, I'll actually add to that, because there's a difference. But I think sometimes as well, there's a little too much emotion involved. I never lash out at people.
Yeah.
And I've seen some screenshots as well. I never cuss. I never swear.
Yeah.
I never tell people to go F off. I've seen some comments where Pan said to F off. Really, I want to see that. I'd never, ever do that. What I do say is I try to be respectful in the sense that, let's say that's your opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion as well. So you can come out and say, if you're to cuss out, it's always the energy that you're giving out.
Oh, yeah.
If a person coming in strong like F you, F this, you're that, well, I'm not going to cuss back. However, there's some, I will reply and saying, where are you coming from with this energy? We cannot have a person-to-person discussion if you're starting off so negative and toxic that you're trying to belittle me or trying to name call me. I've seen name calling where at that point some people act like teenagers. What are we saying?
That's wild.
Name calling as adults. So that doesn't sit well with me. But I've never cussed out, never put someone down. Show me. I've never done that. So some people also like to exaggerate because we've seen this. They go to your channel, they go to other channels, and they copy paste their little comments. We have a list now of like 10 or 15 people that every content creator knows out there. It's always negativity. So how can you have an interaction if you're coming out there just spewing toxicity and you expect the content creator just sit there and say, oh, thank you so much. You're such a good person. No, we're human beings too at the end of the day. But I know there's no cussing, there's no swearing. Pan doesn't know. I don't act ghetto there in the videos. So that too is like people who know me, they clearly know that comment has no ground. So if I offended anyone though, I apologize because it's never my...
There you go. My man said, my man held it down.
They've seen me interact with the people. It's always for me. That's why you never see drama videos on my channel. Have I ever done a dramatic video? No. Do I ever search for stirring the pot? No. Creating controversy? No. I'm always about positivity. Over 1,000 videos at this point. I never lashed out, and I could have, right? There's some content creators out there. We all know the toxic apples or the rotten apples. I could have went against them. I could have made videos putting them down. I could have went videos of exposing how they're doing some shady stuff. I don't waste my time with that. I want to focus on you guys. You guys are the ones that count for me at the end of the day, and we're growing a business now. So I'm Josh, he in the back. What's up?
What's up, guys?
So no, that's it. At the end of the day, I'm going to continue to improve, but that toxic behavior, no tolerance for that.
And I don't think a lot of people understand the level of vulnerability that we're putting out there. So it's easy for them because to them, they're only seeing it from the one side. They're just, it's almost like they're commenting on something and like we're not real.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
So it's like they're commenting to a movie or a TV show, but you're commenting on somebody who not only took the time to post this video, to educate, to give you information about whatever it is that the audience is looking for, but on top of that, so you have the state of vulnerability, but then there's mistakes that can be made that the human factor is there. But what I'm really liking about Pan and his personality, and I think you guys will be able to pick up from this, is he's taking full accountability of everything. He hasn't ran from anything. He hasn't said, that he's not blaming anybody else. No. He's not saying, it was my team or this or that. And that's something that we get down with it because that shows you what type of person you are. And when you make judgment calls on character based off of a video or a mistake or something, that's a very unfair judgment to make.
I agree.
Because we all make mistakes. We all do things that are, I've done stuff on my video where I was just like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to rethink how I'm doing this, or maybe it was in bad taste.
Or is it possible that sometimes your mind or your opinion gets biased by, I heard someone say that about Pan or about Joel or about Sal, and then the person starts off with, that he must be a horrible individual. Then they'll watch the video with the biased mind of saying, okay, this guy's supposed to be not a good guy. And then when they watch many, they're like, no, in the end, you know what? I think he clearly seems passionate. He's a hard worker. Let me maybe change my opinion. Mm-hmm. But in the same way of like, if I take you, Sal, I remember, Joel, you were saying you were following me for a little longer. Mm-hmm. So you knew about all the hi-fi stuff or all of my other passions. And Sal, you didn't know that I love hip hop. And when Joel told him, listen, he's down with the Woo, he's down with Fitty, he's down with all that stuff. I was like, Sal's like, no way. So there's more in common sometimes with the person that you're watching than what you're hearing from elsewhere if you haven't met them in person.
Yeah.
So it's like you're judging somebody you're seeing on your screen. Maybe you didn't watch the full video, or you're just reading some comments on other channels. You don't know where their comments are coming from. So take the time, clear your mind, listen to the people give them a chance for a few videos. If you like them, good. If you don't, guess what? You have so much choice out there with good channels, even channels that are growing like you guys. So there's a plethora. I think we're at this point maybe close to 2,000 detailing channels on YouTube worldwide. So there is a lot of choice. So at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is we just want to bring awareness to the detailing community and do it in a positive way. Why does it have to be negative? I don't subscribe to that, like, oh, toxicity and negativity, that's how you grow a brand and a channel. I haven't seen anybody become super successful by bringing others down. I've never seen that. I'm not going to buy that.
That doesn't happen.
Successful brands are the ones that focus on their stuff, doing good quality products, and that move forward. And we're all about making the community better, not worse.
Yeah, we're
look like you disagree. You disagree? He's looking at me like, what you talking about?
So with us, we got a lot of that too, because people almost because we, you know, we don't hold back. So people kind of looked at us and they had these preconceived ideas of where we should stand on certain issues. And a lot of people...
They want you to pick a side.
Exactly, and they're like, oh, well, there's no way that they would be down with Pan, or there's no way...
There's no side to pick.
Yes, I'm like, this has nothing to do with emotion and bias towards anything. We're talking about it. We care more about the community than any one way of doing anything. If we find it interesting from a business perspective, if we think that if it's going to be better for the community, if we think it's going to be informative and help, we're all for it. So it doesn't matter who you are, what level you're working at, how big your channel is, what your products are. If you have a product line, if you don't have a product line, it doesn't matter.
No.
If there's good information out there, that's what we're here for. And trying to elevate an industry is not an easy thing to do.
Absolutely.
And you have to have a lot of people on board with saying, hey, look, we're all going to do this. We're going to do this together. And we're going to do it collectively, because otherwise you're just constantly tearing down everyone. And that doesn't do it. Like, now you're keeping the community at this level.
Yes.
And that's not
what good is that doing?
Yeah, we want progress. We want this stuff to keep moving, but the support needs to be there, I think, from all, like, I want to, with some of the videos we've made lately, it's so gratifying hearing feedback saying, you know what, you guys have changed my perspective on this.
Absolutely.
Like, you guys have showed me, and you guys did it in a way where I was able to comprehend it and look at it from complete empathy on the other side.
I could understand the comments, the negative comments from the people that are just jumping on the keyboard. What I don't understand are the comments or the attitude from the professional saying it's Pan's fault that my business isn't working.
Oh, that is a freaking wild.
Pan has no impact on your business.
No.
Yeah.
You're making it so Pan has if you don't roll with Pan,
of why they're not performing.
Cool.
And you know what? Let me say, that's a very good point. I want to make sure people understand this. I have so much respect for detailing professionals. Like, I get offended when I hear somebody from the public say, oh, you guys are car washers. I will go to war to explain what detailing is all about. And this is not washing cars. If you're looking for a $10 car wash, this is not what a professional detailer is all about. So that's why I want to elevate this game, and I share my passion for detailing to bring more awareness.
Hey,
I want all of you guys
I
to
beg
be
to differ though, but go ahead.
When I see Sal, the way I am, bro, when you were talking about money initially, when I see this, and we had many come out, right, to the brand, these 22-year-olds, I started my business because of UPAN, like I got inspired. That's what makes me happy. And at the end of the day, I want, if they can become multi-millionaires, detailing cars and doing their passion, I will be the first one to shake their hand, be happy for them. I will never be one to be jealous or to try and say they don't deserve that. I want everybody to be as successful as we can. And even the videos that I do, I've shared how to grow your business, how to start a business with products you would need, what kind of tools, how to talk to clients, all that. If I didn't care, I would never share those secrets, right? I try to share what has been successful for me, what I see that works well for others, and give that to you guys. So I want to give the tools out there for free. It doesn't cost people anything, anybody anything to watch a YouTube video. So there's all these tools that we didn't have when we were growing up. We're all in our 40s now, and the YouTube didn't even exist. I had to go knocking door to door, pass pamphlets, go to car clubs, try and convince people to have me detail their car. And so this was growing pains. Now we're giving back and giving tools. So when I hear that we're responsible of somebody's Non-success, no. Usually if I'm not successful in my life, I'm either not working hard enough, I'm not researching enough, I'm not professional enough, I didn't reach out to try and get some help. The help is out there. You just kind of have to reach out and get it. I remember asking you yesterday, you were a service member, by the way, thank you for your service. And what did I tell you? Did you get the support coming out of it that you needed? And you said, you know what? It'd be up to me if I don't get the support that I need. It's out there. You got to go reach and get it. Same thing in detailing. If you feel that your business is failing, don't point fingers to other people. They're not responsible for your downfall or maybe they can be responsible for your success, but certainly not for your downfall. So reach out to people. I've gotten people sometimes who were so mad, and sometimes you don't realize that maybe they're just having a bad day. So I was like, is there a reason why you're lashing out? I've never seen you before in the community. It's your first comment. Why are you being so negative? And at the end, after a few back and forths, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I had a shitty day at work. I see you guys like so successful and you're driving a Porsche or whatever it may be. And yeah, but this, don't forget, I told the guy he was only 20 years old. When I was 20, I was driving a Nissan, like an average car. So it took a lifetime of me of hard work, effort, high-paying jobs and being serious and investments in the financial markets. And people all think it's YouTube. YouTube has nothing to do with this. It wouldn't sustain this kind of lifestyle. You need like 20 million subscribers. So for me, it's all that hard work. That's one thing I want to do is help inspire people that if you work hard, you follow your dreams, you follow your passions, keep your head down, be positive, help others. I've done collabs with smaller channels to help them grow. That's one way I want to give back to the community. But it's not Joel, it's not Sal, it's not me, it's not anybody else responsible of you not doing well. It's maybe not a field for you, or maybe you didn't put the efforts in, or you got to rethink your business model, or reach out to professional detailers, talk to the community, seek out for some help, and you'll be surprised just how much people are willing to give the help. But I don't think there's one individual that can be responsible of a business failing. I'm not for negativity, so yeah, no, that doesn't work. You usually have to look at yourself in the mirror, and it's hard to do, right?
That's very hard. It's extremely hard to do.
Somebody tells me, "Pan, you're doing bad because of you." It's hard to take. So your first reaction is, "Let me block people."
You're defensive, and you're on edge, yeah.
And then, but when you really think about it, you let the dust settle.
Get rid of that ego,
and you get rid of the ego, and you're taking notes and saying,
now you're learning
something maybe is not doing well. That's how you're going to improve for sure. There's always room for improvement. I've seen guys start with nothing, and today they're driving McLarens and Lambos in the detailing world. So is it possible? Of course you can have success. But success is also what you define as being success. It's not always the material stuff. If success for you is being able to feed your family and your kids and your wife at the end of the day, you know what? I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
Being able to live off your passion and do things well. But yeah, no, that has to stop of blaming others for your failures as a person. The only way you can grow is accepting, modifying. That's what I'm doing too, right?
Yeah.
I heard and I said, I have to improve. I'm not perfect. I know people see only the subscribers and the life and go, yeah, but I'm not perfect. And I will continue to make mistakes. That I can guarantee until I die. It's how you improve on those, how you take the feedback. And sometimes it's constructive criticism. Sometimes it's horrible feedback. But at the end of the day, don't forget that there's also people who will support you, like you, encourage you, and there's a lot of positivity as well. Thankfully, thank God.
Yeah. And those are the ones you want to surround yourself with. Those are the ones you want to. That's real support.
Yes.
Those are the ones that you need to bring closer to you.
Yep.
So when we see that, when we feel that from people that we just meet, we're at SEMA, so we're meeting a lot of people, and just from the energy, okay. He's with us.
Yes.
Or we're with him. We want to be like you feel it. Yes. Yeah. The energy, the camaraderie, you're instantly comfortable, and there's nobody here doing anything that's fake. There's no facades. Nope. There's no
Look at this booth. Just how much positivity there was. All the content creators are here. They're hanging out. We see them on the side. So I think they realize that the positive vibe that's here, the community that's there, the multiculturalism as well. Yeah. Like I come from a multicultural background. Yeah. And so do you guys.
It's crazy here. We got like 5 different langes. Yeah.
I'm talking in French. I'm talking in Greek. Talking in English.
If there's some fake stuff going on right here, I'm getting food. I'm getting played. Because that don't happen very often. So I'll tell you.
So we're hanging out after hours together. So this is what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this though. Your channel, I'll be honest, I discovered because my viewers were sending me links like, check this out. You seem to be like popping off, blowing up. what is your main goal? If I ask you what Details Officials is all about, by the way, links to their channel, guys, go support them. Links in the description under the video. If you don't know them, you have to know them. But what is your main objective? Because some people think you're shit stirrers. Like, I'm going to throw some balls in your camp. So some people are, oh, these are shit disturbers. They're going to bash others, or they seem to like having fun to put people down. But that's not the way I perceived it. I think you guys are being neutral. You're looking at what's happening in the industry, and you're trying to address topics that maybe some feel that need to be addressed. They need a voice, and you're kind of the voice of the people. I know Eddie said that yesterday. You're the voice of the industry. So is that a goal? Is that an aftermath effect of what you're trying to do? What is Detail Officials all about?
So we're really trying to. We started the channel, and we're heavy on the consulting side. Our background is consistent process improvement in development. So we try to show people what's happening and kind of pull up that mirror. So we all have the, because there's so many things we do on day to day. We may be operating or making choices or doing things that maybe are not to the highest level, or maybe to certain standards that we see ourselves in, but maybe we need to kind of elevate things in a way. Okay. And to bring the industry up, I feel like somebody has to kind of say, hey, look, we got to stop doing this. People keep complaining that, for instance, people keep complaining that clients don't want to pay their prices. Now let's look in the mirror, but now you're cheapening on everything you do.
Yes.
And now your expectation is that, like, we're the ones to show you the problems you're not seeing. So in that way, it pushes all of us to a higher level and a higher standard. So that was always our objective. And it's not to tear anybody down. It's just to show, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
This is what you can choose to be a part of,
yes.
Or you could change it, or you could comment on it, or you could laugh at it. We're not making anything to put anybody down. We don't even make some of the content we put up. We'll just post a video. And whatever your interpretation is of that, that's based off of your experience. You might say there's nothing wrong with that. Good for him. Because there's times where we see stuff and we're like, okay, we wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But that's not to say it wouldn't work for somebody else. So it's really just the transparency and really putting out the things that most people won't say or they haven't said.
People don't like being held accountable.
Yes.
That's right.
And we hold people accountable. We got no problem doing it.
Yes, it's very difficult.
And we don't have a problem. We hold each other accountable. We have some, what people would say, harsh conversations. They're not harsh for us. They're the conversation that need to be had. There's no harsh about it.
That's how you grow.
This is what needs to be said. So we're big fans of accountability, and with things that we tell people, we're just telling them, like, this is your problem.
Yes.
You're creating this problem.
Yes.
And it's tough for people to say, you know what?
Yes, it's very hard.
It's me.
Yes.
Who likes to,
yes.
like, even as a child, right? When you, I don't know, you do something with your brother and, your mom's coming, what did you do to your brother? It's not me, it's him. It's the normal human reaction, I think, is to think that you're not perfect, but you're trying to do your best, and it has to be pointing fingers to elsewhere to deflect the actual issue, when in reality, most of the time, it's you that needs to improve on something else. So that's very hard to hear.
Yeah.
And that's maybe why some people think that, those videos are tough to watch, because maybe it gets you thinking. At the end of the day, what Sal is saying and what Joel is saying is, do I have to, like, is there something I can really improve on? And
yes.
when you get to the point of saying,
yes,
that's how you're going to do it. When you let go of the how should we call it, your personality not allowing you to accept that responsibility, but when you let go of that and you say, okay, I'm ready now, I think I accepted the fact that I'm doing something wrong, this is where your road to improvement starts, is accepting, first of all, that you're in the wrong for something, and that you're not doing everything perfect, right?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the problem. People don't have people in their corner that they respect enough that say, hey, you're doing this fucked up. People don't have that.
Yeah, when you have that, when you have somebody that you trust, if Sal comes to me and he says something, I know he's not saying it from a bad place. It's coming from, when people say, oh, that's tough love. No, that's keeping it real with you.
That's just love.
You should have somebody, everybody should have somebody there saying, hey, that's not right. Do this, that's not the way we do things. Yes. Or that's not our standard.
You're better than this.
that is
You're better than this.
I need to have you guys on retainer, like speed dial, and then get the.
We're
it's
here.
in the mail. The invoice is in the mail, man.
We're here. We open ourselves up for the community. We have thousands of people that have consulted underneath us, and we've literally changed their lives, changed their income, changed the amount of time they're able to spend with their family, changed their idea of what it is to grow and to progress in life, not just in their business. And that's why we continue to do this, because we're seeing the positive effects. And like everybody else, there's that negativity that comes in, but we've learned how to combat that through confronting them in a way. It's like, okay, we ask questions now in our comments. Okay, let me know how, because we're looking to grow too. We grow just as much as everybody else.
My man, we did a video yesterday. By the way, check out the IK foamer.
Okay.
The comment was, and this was not scripted. We seen it. My man kept the camera rolling, and the guy comments, "This guy is a horrible interviewer." Roger that. Tell me what I did wrong, so I could.
Yes.
On the next one, let me know.
You weren't born an interviewer, so.
Yeah. Like let me know what I could do, man. If you're watching, you let me know.
And so what we're doing is we're even throwing accountability back in that way. Back to the viewer. Okay, well you're okay, Mr. Big Shot. Tell us how to do it. We'll try it.
Instead of just saying that you're doing something wrong, can you give me pointers on what you think?
Like people said, your audio sucks. Your audio sucks. We were getting the audio sucks for a while, but then we were also getting stuff where people were saying, "Hey man, love the content, but if you guys did invest in some better mics, it's gonna make it that much more. I'll be able to watch a little bit longer." So we said, so as soon as we started getting that, I was like, "Sal, time to get some new mics."
My man said, "Yo, man, I love what you guys talking about, but it's hard to listen to you. I can't listen to you."
Yeah, so it's like we gotta make some changes.
Is it the message or the audio that they can listen to, right?
Yeah, it's both.
Yeah,
sometimes it's both.
Yeah.
So
man, how long we been chopping it up?
I don't know, man. Yeah, but this has been a great.
Oh, well, okay. Wait, let me ask this. Do you guys want to see more of this? We could talk for hours.
Oh, yeah.
The blast we're having with these guys, but if you want to see more, I call it real talk, right? This is unfiltered. Ask whatever questions there is. I'm never scared of anything.
Yeah.
I think you guys are the same. I've been asking some tough questions. They can answer anything.
Yeah.
If you want to see more, what topics you want us to address, I think this collab is amazing.
Oh yeah. It's thank you for the full transparency. I think this is going to clear up a lot of people's questions.
We know, and not 100%. There's still
there's always gonna be haters. So we already know you're gonna be out there. So we'll just give you the little wave and the peace sign. We'll do it our way. But thank you so much, Pan. I think everybody's gonna appreciate this, and you're gonna set the record straight on this one.
All my viewers and subscribers that are watching this, please support this kind of people. So this is, if you want truthful talk, and also, maybe if you watch their videos, you're probably gonna get to a point, everybody has a niche, right, on YouTube. So I do tutorials, product reviews, and you guys are out there doing that behind the scenes content of how can you improve as a business owner, as a professional detailer, even if you're a DIYer, watching this, and maybe it's gonna click some things in your head of saying, you know what, I think these guys are right. I think I need to start looking into my procedures, my standard operating procedures, how I do things, how I interact with people, how I interact with my clients. Is there anything I can do on? Who knows, maybe you'll consult with them one day, but at least they'll get the ball rolling for you to kind of look into what you're doing. And we want all of you guys to be successful. If everybody can have a SEMA booth one day, I think that'd be crazy. Can you imagine that?
That's wild.
15 different Costco-sized warehouses. This is massive. But imagine having that. I want every one of y'all to be successful, have fun detailing at the end of the day. And again, Details Officials, I'm going to leave the links to their YouTube channel. And for those on your guys' channel who don't know me, Pan, the organizer, come and have a look.
You know who he is.
Maybe you don't know. You don't know. But yeah, thanks guys. It's a blessing to have you around. I wish you all the success.
Pan,
more of these.
Yeah, Pan, congratulations with Clean.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your first showing at SEMA 2024.
Yes.
Thank you for allowing us to take this time and to be a part of this.
My pleasure.
And we made a new friend during this, this great event. We are super excited, and I think this relationship is just going to keep building, and we're learning through Pan. He's learning through us. There's camaraderie and there's development, accountability. Now Pan has somebody to call if he's like, "Hey, I'm going through this, guys. Well, you got any info?"
We do, which we do got some for you.
Okay.
We're gonna save it. We're gonna save
for
it
another video.
Yes.
No, we're gonna save that so you can take it to the bank.
Keep it tight, keep it clean, and we'll see you on the next one.